So, I haven't updated you guys in a long time. It's probably been like 6 months since I picked up the camera for this, if not longer, actually closer to a year. But I almost got the engine bay fully prepped to lay down some primer. I'm gonna lay down primer on all the bare metal. The engine bay was it was a lot worse than I thought. Don't mind this rust, that's for the rad sport, that'll get taken care of. But the fender well, I guess I'll show you from here, is all done. So I'm gonna primer that, lay a couple coats of primer, probably 3 or 4. And then I actually have to go pick up the paint. Maybe this week, maybe next week, but I'm actually getting a welder to come help me weld this rad support in. Once the rad support is in and the paint gets situated, honestly, this should go very fast. Like, if I grind at this should only take me like a week or 2, depending on how much I want to restore and refurbish. Like, I know I need to do the headlights, the brakes, and the engine's on the stand. There's a bunch of stuff I need to clean up, but once the paints and the bodywork's out of the way, it's the most annoying part, to be honest. I got pretty much most of the rust off this engine bay. I don't know if you guys seen a before picture, but I'll put up some before pictures up here, right here, just to compare. I didn't pick up the camera to vlog all of this because all this tedious, annoying parts, but I pretty much got all the rust taken care of. So now going to lay down some primer. Okay, and I'm back. It's been a while, but we are back working on the Evo project today. I don't know if I got you in the last clip, but I pretty much primered all the bare metal in the bay. I just have to do this side. Once I'm done this side, this corner, I should be able to primer the whole bay. And then after I'm done primering the bay, I'm gonna get this welded on there. And then once this gets welded on, I'm pretty much good to go. Then I'm gonna buy base coat for the bay. I'm gonna base coat the bay and then clear it. And then the reason why I'm not gonna paint it now, because I don't have the rad support on. And I honestly was not gonna paint the bay, and then I saw some rust, so I was like, fix the rust, then we'll weld in the new rad support and then paint the whole bay. Just do it once and it'll be worth it in the long run. It's a lot of work dealing with rust and it's annoying, but I want to put the engine in and forget about it and not overthink it. So once the bay's cleaned, I think I need to order some car parts. I'm gonna refresh this engine. I'm gonna order a new seal kit, every gasket. I'll just redo while it's out and then clean up some of the parts and paint some stuff and powder coat some, pretty it up because it is pretty messy, this 4G63. And then put in the comments, I bought yellow paint. So I was going to keep this on the budget, but I kind of want to powder coat this stuff now, the more I think about it. But I did buy yellow paint. Do I refinish this OEM color, which is like this amber, dark red, or do I go yellow? I was thinking with the calipers I have faded, go yellow calipers. I have yellow paint and paint the calipers yellow with the valve cover yellow and have yellow accents, but I'm not sure. But we're gonna get this thing all prettied up and then just refresh it, keep it mostly stock, make sure the turbo's good, just clean it up really. And then I can't wait to get this bay painted. And then once it's painted, then everything should slap in it pretty good. Tranny, literally just cleaning everything up. And then I guess I'm restoring it somewhat. But I need to order some more parts, so let's go spend some more money. I guess I'll walk you through what I'm all gonna do to this motor. The clutch is good. All of this, I'm pretty much just gonna restore it. I'm gonna probably get a sandblast and paint everything that you can see. All of this, cam, intake mani. I think I'm just gonna sandblast and powder coat it, or sandblast and clear coat it, depending on how good the sandblast comes out. And then with all the stuff behind the intake manifold for the evap and idle air control, I'm going to clean this up. Pretty much it. I'm probably doing a new timing belt. Probably pull the pan and see the fucking oil pan gasket. pretty much just re-gasket the whole engine. And then I also gonna make a video on rebuilding the headlights. So I have 2 sets there, you can see. And then pretty much the whole drivetrain, I need to rebuild the axles, the subframe, the control arms are gonna need some love. So I already been collecting some parts and storing them away over here, like brand new hood hinges. But my main priority right now is just to get the bay painted. Once it's painted, everything should go fast. And I'll probably put you guys on time lapse when I'm painting the bay. But you're gonna paint it. Hopefully it comes out good. It won't be the first Evo engine bay. I've done a couple, but I'm gonna set the bar here. I'm gonna set the bar of quality and pretty high. And then after I paint all of this, I'm gonna rock bed liner the fender wells, which I've never done on an Evo before, but I'm thinking to have the mask line here and bed liner all of that. So let's get going. Okay, didn't get too many videos, but I pulled the fenders out. Guy helped me weld this. It started raining, but now it's nice out. So I got the fenders. I'm gonna test fit them. He was in a rush, so I'm gonna see. The only really thing is with this getting welded on, really, is this whole matching for the fenders. If this matches up and this bolt matches up for the fenders, we are good. If not, I'm gonna have to ask him to come back and tweak it a bit, because we got all of it welded up. They look pretty good. I'll smooth them, primer them, smooth it out. There's 3 spot welds here, 2 here, 1 under there. The only one I'm not really happy about is, I guess it's easier to see here, how there's a gap in between this weld. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be together. Same with this side. It's the only thing I'm not really happy about. Same with here, how there's a gap in between there. But we're gonna put the fender on and see how it goes. Okay, I mocked up the fenders. This one's looking good. Bolt holes right in the middle. There's a slight gap for this, but I realized this one I think got pushed down or bent or something, because look how big this gap is from the hole here. Lines up pretty good. Got all the bolts in the fender, but like, look at this. So I'm gonna have to push this up. I think this got bent somehow. Or I don't know, maybe it came like that, because this has been sitting in the garage for a long time, to be honest. So it could have been bent. But this looks better. Like the angle, the natural angle of that looks a lot better than this. So yeah, just gotta pull this up and see how that looks. What is up, guys? It's been a month since I last picked up the camera. I've been busy, but what I got behind here is the Evo. I pretty much got the whole thing prepped and primered. I was gonna rattle can the engine bay, to be honest, and then I figured might as well do it proper. So I bought a paint gun, I bought some paint. I'm gonna paint it properly with a gun. I've never actually painted with a gun before. So we're gonna paint the engine bay white. Got the paint mixed up like a week ago. Not even, actually last week. And pretty much got the whole bay primered. All what I have to do now, I'm just waiting for the primer to dry. I'm gonna knock it down, start 400, 600, and then some Scotch-Brite the whole bay, and then wipe it down with some wax and grease remover. But once I'm done that, I'm gonna lay down some paint. It's getting kind of late. I think it's like 7 o'clock. The sun's going down. So I might just get it prepped for tomorrow and then spray tomorrow. I'll probably put you guys on a time lapse while I'm spraying. And then I'm probably gonna put 3-4 coats of base and then some clear. So probably be spraying all day tomorrow. I'm also gonna, I think I'm gonna mask off here. So this is gonna be all white. And I'm not gonna paint under here because that's gonna get Raptor liner. I got Raptor liner for that, the fender wells. So all of this is going to be white. I was thinking about Raptor liner at the bottom of this, but I think I'm going to do that white. And then maybe in the future, just Raptor liner under this to keep it protected. Because this engine bay, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was pretty rusty. So the whole engine bay refreshed. It escalated. I was just going to rattle can it, do it quick. But, you know, just my standards have gone a lot higher. And then next, when I'm done the engine bay, put the engine back together, my next project's going to be underneath the car. Underneath the car is pretty rusty. These Mitsubishis, the paint they put on them from factory aren't that good. And this car is now 25 years old. So the underneath is pretty rusty. And then once I get the engine in and the whole bay done, I'm going to do the body. The body got some hail damage last summer. So it's never ending. We're trying to perfect it. I think I did show you guys when I welded the rad support. Rad support's fully in now. Yeah, so I'll probably put you guys on a time lapse when I start painting this thing. Here we go. Okay. What is up? It's a new day. It's Monday today. My goal is to get the bay pretty much fully painted by Wednesday. I want it cured and ready. So it's currently 5 p.m. I had to do some work to the firewall. So need to finish the firewall. Finish scuffing the actual bay. And then pretty much just wipe it down with some wax and grease remover. And then use my tack glove. Tack the whole bay. And then I think I just want to mask a line under there. Just so there's a kind of like a clear line where I stopped. And then I wasn't going to paint in here. But I changed my mind. I'm going to paint in there. So I'll get that prepped. And then I think I'm just going to put you guys on a time lapse when I'm doing this. Because it is pretty time sensitive. It takes a long time to do this. So I'll put you guys on a time lapse. Hopefully around somewhere here is a good angle. And then yeah, we'll get this thing going. Okay, so I just finished my second layer. I just finished my second layer of base coat. Probably gonna put 4. I also put more here. I wasn't about going to, but I'm just gonna, I think it'll look nice if I do paint there. It's coming out great. I'm honestly just more anxious about the clear coat and how that's gonna go, because I need to clean the gun before I put the clear, and I gotta mix the clear together. And also the spray, it took me a while to figure out the spray pattern of the gun, but it honestly works pretty good. There's a lot of areas I kind of miss. I don't know if you guys can see in the time lapse, but I'll probably put you guys back on the time lapse. And then this, my next one, my third coat, I'll get all the areas I missed. So it's also a lot more intricate. I'm used to doing body panels, like a door, for instance, that I would go psh, psh, psh. Where here, I'm like, there's so many different angles I gotta cover, and it's hard. I don't know if you could see it in time lapse, but I already hit my back against the rad support, so I don't really have that much room to do it. But yeah. Okay, it's the next day. I don't know if you guys saw in the time lapse, but it took me quite a while to do this. I feel like next time I'm doing painting, I think I'm just gonna do it properly and get a paint booth. But for the engine bay, it turned out so great for doing it in my garage. I just peeled off the masking tape off the VIN there. Looks so good. I'm gonna let it cure. The only hiccup I had yesterday, I'm really sad. I was standing in here. I don't know if you guys could see in the time lapse, but I stood up and my back touched here. I was gonna leave it, but I think I'll just wait for this to cure, wet sand it, and then buff it out, and hopefully it didn't go, hopefully it's just the clear and not to the base coat. So gonna start ordering some parts. Got some more stuff to come. I'm excited. I'm really excited to get the motor back in. Gonna give the motor an overhaul first before I put it back in, like the timing belt, gaskets, and paint some stuff. And then yeah, we're gonna start putting this thing together. I'm excited. It's been so long since it's just been sitting here, and I'm actually got some motivation to finish it now. So let's go. Okay guys, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but I didn't film this part, but I quickly masked off the area and then Raptor liner. I used this stuff, Raptor liner, the whole fender wells. I masked it here so it'd be kind of nice, but this is what it looks like. It went pretty well. There's a couple spots I didn't mask off too good, but it's not perfect, but whatever. Like I miss masking a bit here, but this side turned out great as well. I'm just letting it dry. And then I'm going to pretty much be able to unmask everything. And then I'm probably going to start mounting stuff to the firewall, like the brake booster, the clutch, the brake lines, the wiring, all that stuff. And then whatever needs painting or cleaning up, I'm going to do. And then once all the firewall stuff's done, I think I'm going to start tackling the engine, which is over there. I just need to get cleaned up. I have all this Raptor liner all over my skin and clothes because I wasn't wearing some overalls. But yeah, probably pick up the camera here when I start assembling the firewall and get some brake lines mounted and all the small stuff, tedious stuff. And also I need to make a list of what to order, what I'm missing, because I was about to order some parts last night, but I don't know exactly what I need, have, and I don't have. So yeah. Okay, so I started mocking up the harness. I got the harness out of the garbage bags, unwrapped. Honestly, it's been so long since I tied this up. So the routing, I'm gonna probably spend some time routing it, but I got some of the harness routed here. There's a bunch of clips that I probably need to go get one of the boxes up there that I'm missing. This side, I'm pretty much done. I got it all hooked up. Probably gonna rewrap some of the harness so it's just cleaner, but this side's pretty much done. Just gotta hook up the hood latch cable. I can't remember where it went from. Like, did it go under here? Like, you know what I mean? Routing it. And I think some of these clips are broken, so I'm gonna have to order some. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. I got a lot done on the car this week. I got the whole harness pretty much hooked up in here, got the fuse box in, started putting the harness together, put the ABS unit on, brake lines. Now I'm pretty much just pretty much cleaning up all the parts that's gonna go in it, like the brake booster and whatever needs paint, the brake master, the clutch master, and all these parts. So I'm just gonna clean everything up as much as I can, and then whatever needs paint needs paint. And then I'm gonna put, once I get all this stuff in the bay, pretty much just gonna refresh the engine and then get her going. But this is how it is now. I'll see you guys next episode. Hopefully we'll start working on the engine and trans, putting that together. And I need to figure out how I want to put the motor in, if I want to put it from under, like how I took it out, or go from the top. But that will be it for this episode. Let's go.